Welcome to Signature Move. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Alex.
And here we're going to be giving you our Summerslam review as well as our NXT Takeover 4 in Brooklyn.
It's a good day.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Because
No.
I won the bet.
She won the bet.
For those of you who are following our podcasts, we had a nice wager going on. Whoever got the most wins out of the card for both combined NXT and SummerSlam, the loser will have to eat a teaspoon of a very potent hot sauce.
And then do the podcast.
And then do the whole podcast.
So that'll be tomorrow.
Yes. Very, very happy that I don't have to eat this one.
All right, so let's get down to it. It was still a good weekend for wrestling despite this terrible, terrible circumstance that I am in.
Not terrible at all.
It's very awful.
Very happy about it.
All right, so we'll start with NXT Takeover. So
Yes.
NXT Takeover opened up with the Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain.
Boy, was this crowd hot.
Yeah, they opened with the tag match, and I think they were going to rock it, and they did.
Yeah. This was one of my most anticipated matches of this whole weekend. To see it as the opening match, I knew that it was going to be a good way to start the night off.
Do you think it was match of the weekend?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Yep.
Let me think about that for a little while.
So anyway, we had Morrow brings up classic tag team matches. He includes the Hart Foundation. Nice call out to Neidhart from him. I hate to say it, but throughout the match I was thinking Roderick Strong is a better partner for Kyle O'Reilly than Bobby Fish. Is it just me?
I don't know.
Maybe we didn't
Bobby
see
Fish,
enough
I
of
feel
him.
like I need to see more of him now because since his injury, boy, I've really, his wrestling style has faded out of my memory and been almost replaced with Roderick Strong. So he's going to have a lot to prove when he comes back. It's going to be an uphill battle because Roderick Strong, boy, he is very talented.
Especially with Kyle O'Reilly, they make a
Yeah, they
perfect
make a
pair.
really good team.
Bobby Fish, I remember he threw a lot of kicks, but I'm like, man, so does Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
But Rod has his own style, and man, is it... What a great match. So, opens with a backbreaker from Roderick Strong. Brutal backbreaker.
Yeah, one of his better ones.
One of his better ones. And it just went from there, and once again showing how strong Tyler Bate is.
Yeah, Tyler Bate. Spinning with a guy on his shoulders, spinning someone else. What is that even humanly possible?
Oh, and then he followed it up, Tyler Bate, with a German suplex while Kyle O'Reilly was on his back.
Yeah.
Insane power. And that Tyler Bate is, what is he, 20 right now, I think?
Yeah,
one of the
he's a
youngest.
youngin'.
Man, that guy is amazing. Possibly, at his age, I'm going to say this. He might be one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. That's including, I'm going to say it, including Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, Tanahashi, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins. I'd put Tyler Bate in that category right now.
I totally agree. As if you watched our last show, I explained how hot I am on him right now. Boy, he can do no wrong for me.
He proved it in the match.
As long as he stays injury free, he's gonna shoot for the moon.
Oh yeah. I see nothing but great. Tyler Bate, future superstar.
Yeah. Mustache Mountain, though, in general, is really, really great.
Oh, they're
great. Trent Seven, he's
I
not
still
the
enjoy
most
him.
fit individual. Let's be honest. But he's really, really good. That lariat that he did, the 7-star lariat that he gave to Roddy,
lariat.
especially in this match, man, that was great.
Oh, and earlier in the match, Roddy gave somebody a lariat, which was
really good too.
Destructive.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that just great match here. I think I wrote here, Undisputed Era might be one of the best-selling tag teams ever.
Yeah.
They make every hit look brutal. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong were awesome this weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they made all of Trent Seven, as you said, all his moves look amazing, including that lariat, the 7-star lariat, and just his hot tag looked it looked like he was wrecking them. And he's not, like we say, the most fit-looking guy, but he looked like he was destroying Undisputed Era.
Yeah, the selling on both sides of this match. They know how to wrestle each other. That's what makes them so good. Both teams are really on par with each other's styles.
Yeah, like, don't you think, like, I feel like these teams could wrestle, like, a million times and we'll never get sick of it.
It's still going to be entertaining, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
Super hot crowd to open.
Yeah.
They were hot as heck.
Yeah, dueling chants.
Yep.
Both Mustache Mountain and Undisputed Era. Boy, nobody can get on target as to who they like more.
Yeah, that's the crowd. Then NXT Powerbomb. Oh, and then Tyler Bate, I believe, they set up a double submission, and then Tyler Bate powerbombed him into breaking up the hold.
Yeah.
And the crowd lost it.
Yeah.
They lost it. They're like, never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything like it?
Yep.
Yeah. So, great. Then we had Rod Strong kicks out of the Tyler Driver 97.
Yeah, and it was a really good Tyler Driver, too. Like, he planted him, and then when he kicked out, I was like, oh my god! And then they did the tease where they were thinking about throwing in the towel again.
Yep, that was good.
I was literally on the edge of my seat,
story.
like, no, don't do it again. No, I refuse. This will not be the end. And thank goodness it wasn't.
Yep. And then Undisputed Era kicks out of a Burning Hammer combination.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, I don't know if Undisputed Era is going to lose this match.
Yeah.
Like, what can they do?
When I saw them do that Burning Hammer combo, and then it was like,
1, 2, 3.
oh, that's not the end. Okay, my prediction's going to be wrong on this one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then, out of nowhere, they hit Total Elimination after kicking out of all the finishers. And that's it. It's 1, 2, 3. Undisputed Era. Yeah, they retain because they're too cool for school.
Well, there's a reason that they got a fight forever chant.
Yep. So great opening.
Great opening
Once
match
again,
this
Triple
weekend.
H, what are you doing, man? You're
He's
the
got
best.
some kind of magic over there in NXT.
Yep. Then they were attacked by the War Raiders afterwards. Took it to Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Sent by Kyle O'Reilly into the rafters. Wow, did he get hyped.
Looks really rough. That's what I wrote. Oh, after taking that ridiculous match, wow, to take those moves. It made War Raiders look awesome. I'm very excited for them to fight next.
I just wrote, Kyle O'Reilly is not having a good night. Sold everything. Kyle O'Reilly took every move tonight.
Yeah.
I think he didn't take the Tyler Driver. That was it. And then I think that was the only time Roderick was in the ring. Kyle O'Reilly just sold. or Roderick was only there for offense. Kyle O'Reilly sold everything.
I have a couple of things that Roderick Strong sold.
Maybe.
He sold a good dragon suplex.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Roderick Strong.
So,
anyway, are you ready for War?
Oh, they're winning the belts.
They're going to win the belts. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, there's no stopping those two dudes. But that's going to be a great match when they face UE.
Yes.
So. All right, so we got that. Then we got the Velveteen Dream versus EC3. Dream dressed excellent. Love his tights. As always, his tights said, "Call me up, Vince," on them.
Yeah, bold statement on your tights, man.
Velveteen Dream telling Vince like it is.
Ones,
Maybe he's the one.
Yeah. I love that he crawled out of the floor like some sort of sexy vampire into the smoke.
It was weird. I love the snap
it was
now
great.
of when he. Do you notice that when he enters, he snaps like Doctor Who, and the lights change and the smoke. Oh, Velveteen Dream! What a presence that kid had, and he's another one who's super young. Velveteen Dream. I think they said he's 21.
He's 21 or 22. He's very
so young. So him and Tyler.
Surprising too, because they said he was on. What's that MTV show?
Tough Enough.
Tough Enough, yeah. Which I feel like that was ages ago where that
Well, the Dream has no memory of that.
He does have no memory.
The Dream has no memory of this.
I love that he came out wearing a crown. And I said maybe he should win King of the Ring. They could bring that back because that crown looked winning on him. It looked great.
He definitely, I think it was hinting that he was like a prince type character, which we've already established he kind of is. So perfectly for him. The match was mostly all EC3. He hit like a Cactus Jack clothesline, which was a cool reference. I felt the crowd was firmly behind Velveteen Dream.
Oh,
Man,
totally.
is he popular.
Yeah, Brooklyn was really, really on board with Velveteen Dream, who's supposed to be the heel in this, so it made their match a little bit uneven because of the unexpected reactions.
Yeah.
I personally did think that EC3 would be a little bit more popular because he's newer and very fresh, but
funny.
he wasn't, and very funny too, but he wasn't getting as many cheers as Velveteen Dream,
Brooklyn,
that was for sure.
What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love EC3. I love
both
EC3.
these
Stop it. Cheer for who you're supposed to cheer is what I'm saying. No, because then they'd have to cheer for Roman. I take it back. Cheer for who you want.
Yeah.
But still, man, I was cheering it for EC3. I was behind you, EC3, if you're listening to this show.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you are.
Continue on with your He-Man ways, EC3.
Oh, yeah. He-Man.
Just looks perfect. Looks like the little male action figure that you pull
Doesn't
out
he?
of the box.
Doesn't he, though?
Yeah.
But it kind of reminded me, this match, the style was like an Ultimate Warrior versus Macho Man, because they had the contrasting styles of Velveteen Dream was like a very solid wrestler in the experience, and then like Velveteen Dream was all power in the match.
You mean EC3?
I'm sorry, yeah, EC3 was all power in the match.
Yeah.
And Velveteen was kind of like the Macho Man, the style. Reminded me a lot of that match. So, but Velveteen Dream with an elbow to the apron, which looked great.
Yeah.
Oh, and
the twisting DDT on the outside was also really good.
yes, he hit a twisting DDT
Yeah.
on EC3 that looked
good.
good, and then hit his Death Valley driver on the apron.
The apron, right?
Ooh, yeah. And so, but Velveteen Dream is victorious. We were one of the few people, I think, that predicted that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think, were thinking EC3 was going to take the win.
Well, like I said, EC3 is the newer guy, so a lot of people were like, well, he needs to obviously win. But in my opinion, Velveteen Dream has had two really high-profile feuds.
Yep.
And he lost both of those, so I'm kind of glad to see him get a win here. Interested to see if Vince does move him up.
Yep. Well,
I don't know.
And here's the thing: EC3 is so good, it doesn't matter if he takes a loss.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
rebound.
He's
He'll
going to rebound from that really quickly.
very easily.
Oh.
So then we had Adam Cole versus
Baby.
Ricochet.
You forgot the baby.
All right, baby.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. And the crowd was rowdy, really behind Adam Cole. They were. I think I recall like just random fans chanting Adam Cole throughout the match, and just the crowd going baby.
Yeah.
They were so raucous and rowdy. And the story being told here was that Cole thinks Ricochet isn't special, and Ricochet kind of trying to prove that he's just better than Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Really, really strong match.
Wow, might have been. I'm thinking it might have been a match of the night, maybe the weekend. This was a barn burner.
This was really good.
Like, first of all, at one point Ricochet's just using his feet. Just his feet. Like, I just doing drop kicks, not holding himself, not balancing himself. It feels like he could fight with his hands tied behind his back.
That's a match in the making.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't lose any of its steam.
What I wrote down is Ricochet is like a cat. If you push him off the top, he just lands on his feet no matter where he is.
Yep.
It's pretty incredible to watch how many different ways that he can get out of moves and still be on top of things. It's
I think I have
amazing.
one of my favorite quotes. Morrow says that Ricochet is a cheat code. This guy's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had to
high compliments.
had to use the Game Genie to get him.
Yeah.
For all those old people
yes.
like me.
Yeah, who might know what that is. So then I love that he set him up for his super kick, did the pointing super kick at him, but this time Ricochet caught the foot this time. It was like, no. And then went to the ropes, went for the moonsault, and then we have the spot of the weekend. Hits a super kick on Ricochet while he's upside down.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how you do that.
And then hits that suplexing on the knee drape. I thought, I'm like, that's that. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then he kicks out. Wow. That spot.
Yeah.
How did they do that without Ricochet just being killed?
I don't know.
It's insane. I just that if you watch a wrestling match from this weekend or a spot from this weekend, watch that super kick.
Yep.
Holy moly.
Yep.
And
after springboarding off of the ropes backwards into a super kick. Wow. It's just danger, danger, danger. Why would you do that spot? Oh my god, but it's so memorable.
It is
that
memorable.
we can't stop talking about it, so I guess we...
And then they had, I wrote this, the kicky kick party.
Yeah,
where they
kicks. Great
yeah.
combinations.
Yeah, all these different combinations. And then it ended with, I think, Ricochet just getting the last kick in and falling on Adam Cole. Once again, I'm like, ooh, this might possibly be a 3.
Yeah.
That's how they had me invested in this match. Those ones that are clearly near falls, I thought were, endings. And that's always the sign of a good match.
Yeah.
When you think, the 3 is going to happen at places that are obviously not. Mm-hmm. So I wrote 1, 2, kick out. Then someone hit a Uranagi to the outside.
Yeah.
And I just wrote, damn, that was insane.
I have reverse Hurricane Rana. Looks absolutely disgusting to take. No matter how many times I see that move, I'm always like, oh, they're dead. Oh, they're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, they're all right. They're all right.
And then we had a great ending.
Yeah.
Where Adam Cole is about to get hit with the finisher, realizes, because he's smart, because Adam Cole, Bay, rolls to the other side of the ring, is hiding on the apron. Ricochet goes after him. Hurricane Rana's him to the outside, rolls him back in, hits the finisher. New North American champion, everyone, Ricochet. The one and only.
Him. I was wrong in my prediction, but I don't even care in this minute because that means I get to see Ricochet wrestle more, which is dynamite.
The thing about this match is it got my hopes up for the weekend, and then they would slowly be surely chipped away, as this was one of my predictions that Alex got wrong.
Oh, you're talking about your predictions.
Oh,
yes, at this point, Bobby was gloating over me.
I thought I had it. Especially with this
confident.
next match, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So then we open with Shayna but next match was Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. So different opponent, but same. I wrote this different opponent, same game, where Shayna just takes Kairi apart piece by piece by piece.
Yeah.
Just working everything Shayna does to you looks
painful.
Yeah.
I really like her style that she has now developed. I've been saying for a while, I want to see a woman wrestler that does the cool joint manipulation stuff that Pete Dunne does, that Zack Sabre Jr. does, because as far as learning it, you got to learn how to do it, but then once you do it, you can do that to almost anyone.
Yep.
So, to me, it's a very, very effective way of wrestling. I was very happy to see Shayna really fit into that niche.
Yeah.
So, she's great.
At one point, she had her toe pointed and then kind of like stepped on her toe, like to bend it. Oh, Shayna. No. No.
But that being said, as painful as Shayna did her moves, wow, Kairi Sane punches really hard.
She hits so
hard. My
hard.
Goodness. Her strikes, they look really legit.
Yeah, I think there's a quote on Table for 3 with Lita where she talks that Kairi Sane hit her too hard in the Women's Royal Rumble. And this just proves it. Man, she gives a backhand to Shayna's head, and you could hear the slap sound.
Yeah.
And it was, that girl is a striker. Woo!
Yeah.
And then the match builds up to a gut-wrench suplex from the top.
Yeah.
Shayna gave Kairi.
Shayna gave to Kairi. That looked really, really good.
Amazing. Was very good.
Yep.
And then I at one point she was still working her knee, and then Shayna does this brutal thing where she kicked off her knee, off Kairi's injured knee, to knee her in the face. Yeah. I'm like, that's so mean. You're literally using her injury to hurt her more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good ring awareness. That's what he's saying. And
then they had a diving crossbody on the outside from Kairi. Looking good. Then it all builds up to the end.
Oh,
go ahead.
She hits one insane elbow, but off the second rope. So that actually hit her, I believe.
Yep, on the back.
Yep.
And then the second, I think, Kairi Sane elbow
misses.
Blocked.
It missed.
On her arm, Shayna looks like she's going to choke her out. Kairi grabs the rope. She's good. Then she gets her in the, some other moves happen. And then looks like Shayna's going to choke her out for the last time. Has her. Kairi does a back roll onto her. She's still locked in the Coquina clutch. But
her ring awareness makes her
1,
win.
2, 3.
Yep,
Kairi Sane.
Yep.
Is
Shayna's
your
shoulders
new.
were down, and Kairi picks up a win.
Where do you think this goes for Shayna Baszler now?
Oh, Shayna Baszler is definitely moving up. So I predicted Kairi Sane winning, and you did not. The reason that I did is because I think they're going to move Shayna Baszler up into the spotlight, and I think that's going to happen this upcoming week.
Wow.
I really firmly think that they're going to put her versus Ronda Rousey. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she'll come up and be friends with Ronda for a little while and then betray her. But that's going to happen for Evolution.
So you think she's like going to be one of those big, like, oh, I can actually fight Ronda opponents?
Yes, exactly. Because I'm in the UFC, I know how to fight her.
Interesting theory. We'll see if
that
Alex
happens.
is right. I think you have something there.
Yeah.
All right, so then we had our main event, which was Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep.
So Johnny comes out and he does get the cheers. I was worried that all the kind of weird stuff they've been doing with Johnny was going to not, get him over with the crowd. They were going to be still mad about what happened to Aleister Black. But fans of Brooklyn, I like you guys.
Yeah.
You cheered for Johnny like you should.
I think that it was very smart that they showed a video package, too, before this match that really pulled at your heartstrings for Johnny. So whoever made that video package, it was very good. Reminded you of all the crap that's gone on between these two, that there really is some heat there. So, Johnny's gear, by the way, new gear, looks really good.
Oh, I loved his new gear. I wrote down here his new outfit looked the bomb, if you will. Johnny Gargano fans with the shirt, you know what I'm talking about. I like Nigel called it, Mauro says that it's the Rebel Heart versus the Black Heart. I love that.
Yeah.
That is such a good thing.
Yeah.
So Nigel even said that because of Johnny, he's allowed the era of a madman to begin.
That's a good one.
I love it. And then Ciampa comes out to no music because boos are his music.
I don't know how long that booze our music is going to last, okay? That just can't last that long. I mean, right now he's the most hated man in wrestling. I can't think of anybody else that's a bigger heel than Ciampa. God darn it, I don't like him either.
Yeah, that's why
there's legit kayfabe there. But that can't last forever. You have to give him some kind of music. I'm sorry.
No, see, I disagree with you. I think, like you said, he's so hated, they just rain down.
I don't want it to be at the point, though, where, like, he comes out and then doesn't get that kind of reaction. And it's really lame. It's like radio silence. I just fear for that day to happen for him. So I think that they should give him music at this point.
I think that if you give the WWE Universe the benefit of the doubt, they're going to boo him because they know they're supposed to. Just like Kurt Angle and the floppy wrist. You suck. We have to chant you suck. Because that's what you do when Kurt Angle comes out and does floppy wrists. So,
Okay. So you're
yeah.
saying that it's forcing people to boo him?
Yep. I think it's like Elias. It's like we walk with Elias, but then we boo him when we're supposed to. So we'll see. We'll see how long he keeps it up, but so he had so much heat. Got the a-hole chants, got the F.U. Ciampa chants, just got all the bad chants that you could possibly think of. The crowd hates Ciampa. Man, he is a heel through and through.
Yeah.
The crowd hates him.
Started off with the men staring each other down, which built up the chants even more, really high octane, without even touching each other.
Yeah, and then they immediately started attacking each other. I wrote, moving at a fast pace off the bat.
Yep.
What a great start. And they were just throwing each other around back and forth. And then it kind of culminated with an air raid crash through the table by Ciampa on Gargano. That
AKA
was
White Noise. Man, that spot looked great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brutal. And they were like, the worst is Johnny clears the table and does that safety precaution that all the wrestlers do when they clear the table. Like he's going to put Ciampa through it. And then Ciampa didn't do any of that to put Johnny through. I'm like, oh, man, that looked rough.
Yeah.
That air crash raid. Woo! So,
I have a lack of notes for this match. I'm sorry, but I just got so invested in watching it that I didn't write down that much stuff.
I took some notes. I got Ciampa saying we're not done yet when beating Johnny with chair shots now. He was just beating him up. And then I loved he latched on the sleeper hold for a long time to put Ciampa Ciampa on Johnny to put Johnny to sleep, which I thought was just the heelest thing. That he doesn't want to fight him. He just wants to win. So he's going to put a sleeper hold, and then just once he's unconscious, wait for the count of 10. It never happened, but I was like, oh,
it was good tease.
What a heel thing to do.
Yeah.
And then it all leads to the lawn dart into the chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one I wrote down. Johnny. Lawn dart to Ciampa with a chair. ... Yeah, wow. Ow. First of all, I think the lawn dart is kind of a dangerous move because you're just throwing someone over your shoulder, their head directly into the ring post. Ooh. Add a chair into that equation, you're gonna hurt someone's brain.
Yeah,
what sort of safe way can you do it? I guess you can kind of put your hands in front of you.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I don't know.
You could, but man, it's not an easy move. He did not. He took that head first and ate it. So then, goes back and forth. Ciampa then hits 3 Project Ciampas on Gargano.
You mean the German?
No. He did the Germans. He threw 3 Germans, but then he hit 3 Project Ciampas, which is that power bomb onto the knee back of Johnny. Did it 3 times. I did write that.
3 power bombs onto the knees, 3 Germans.
It's called Project Ciampa. Then grabs the chair and sits on it, waiting for Johnny to not get up at a 10.
Yeah. Really good stuff there.
And I love that. I was like, oh, he's going to pay for that. And sure enough, Johnny doesn't do the thing. I'm slowly getting up at 10. He gets up at 9 and super kicks him in the face. Don't be cocky, Ciampa. Yeah. You got that. You deserve that.
Yeah.
I loved it. What a great heel and hero thing. Oh, you want to be cocky? Super kick to the face.
Yeah, comes back to life with a fury of offense.
Loved it. And at one point, Nigel is just watching the match, and like us, Nigel literally says, I have no words.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep, and Mauro calls them superheroes repeatedly.
Yep.
Wow. Way to put them over. Yep. Announcing team was really, really great for this match and made it hyped up, even though we've seen them fight twice before. And twice before with weapons, right?
Yep.
That's amazing to me.
Yep.
This is the 3rd time this match has happened, and I'm still really fully invested in it at this point.
Yeah, and then they unload on each other and both get up at 1. And Nigel is screaming, they're up at 1! They're up at 1!
Yeah.
It's literally, they're selling hatred versus will.
Yeah.
And like you said, and at one point Nigel says, not all superheroes wear capes.
Yeah.
Wow, like you said, Alex, they are selling this match.
Yeah.
And you invested in it. And, oh, man. And then you have a missed cannonball from Johnny Gargano to the outside. Ciampa hits his finisher on the steps.
Yeah.
I thought that might have been it.
I thought that was the end. I really thought that was the end. I'm like, man, his finisher on the steps, gross.
So then when it doesn't finish Johnny, he takes the padding off of the ring, exposing the boards for what they are.
Which we saw in the last match.
Yep, love that.
That brings me to my next point about this match. What I liked about this match is that it brought back the other spots and their other 2 matches, but just reminded you of it, and they did different stuff with it, like peeling up the ring itself.
Yeah.
Later on, they bring in the crutch.
It's very much like Okada Omega.
Yeah.
Like each match they're building a better story.
Yeah. That's a really good comparison.
Yeah, it is a good comparison, and not to my own horn, but you got to admit, man, they're telling some stories. And I wasn't as excited for this match as I was for the last one.
Yeah, I think that in the last review I said something like, I'm not really that excited about this match. What else can they do? Well, they did it again.
Yeah, they did it again.
Shame on me.
Yeah.
Bad Alex. Why did I think that this match wasn't going to be anything? Because damn, it was good.
I was there too. And then I'm thinking, how is this going to backfire on him this time?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's got to happen if he exposed the boards this time.
Yep.
Johnny blinds Gargano with a
surprise fire extinguisher spot was really great. Good. And Mauro Ranallo said it was extinguishing the conflagration of Ciampa.
And then takes the crutch, which is that symbol of the breaking up between them. And Johnny unloads on Ciampa, just unloads on him.
Yeah.
Oh, so he tries to. Then Ciampa hits him with a chair knee combo in the corner and starts piling chairs on
everything.
him. Other, like,
there was like
co-workers.
There was some
bodies,
guy on the side that
tables,
got pulled in.
And
dog pile.
And tried to literally bury Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah.
So evil.
Into a cataclysmic scene. Again, another quote from Mauro Ranallo.
I'm like so into this right now.
Man, it was so evil.
I just wrote evil. Wow. And I was thinking, I hate you so much, Ciampa. I hate him so. So then he gets out the handcuffs, was able to kick out of it, super kick into the table and the floors. And just when you think Ciampa was going to lose, it was at 7, 8, 9, uses what's left of the crutch to get up at 10.
Yep. Yeah. And at that point, the second Fight Forever chant hit.
Second one of the night. Which is amazing even to get one of those.
To get one of them is an honor. To get two of them, wow.
And so then they go up at the ramp. Johnny throws him into the wall. They're going back to how DIY ended.
A bunch of super kicks. Yeah.
Full circle.
Like I said, really well. They bring back all their old match stories, and they're telling them in this one. Mind-blowing.
Good.
Yeah.
And then at one point he has him, and Ciampa, for once, is like, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry for all the things I've done. I'm sorry. And Johnny...
Lies!
And then all right. And then Johnny grabs him by the face and says, "It's too late for that now." That's showing just how much pain he's brought to Johnny Wrestling, and how much his hatred for Johnny is costing. He's like losing his soul because of Tommaso Ciampa. He's eating his soul. That's why I don't like you, Tommaso. And then I'm like, oh man, is it gonna end in a draw? He lines it up. We're getting to the end of the match. Johnny could let it go. He doesn't. He knees Ciampa with all his might, but misjudges the distance. Knees Ciampa, goes through him, hits his knee on some barricades, hurts himself, can't get up.
Nasty fall.
Can't get up at 10. And Ciampa uses the handcuff, which Johnny used to keep him there and super kick him, uses the handcuffs to stand up at 10.
Yeah, kind of pushes himself off of whatever he was resting on, and his feet barely touch
the handcuff
floor.
is holding
handcuff
up.
is holding him up, allowing him
and
to stand.
Tommaso Ciampa wins.
Yeah, and once again, Johnny Wrestling is laid out on the floor, and Ciampa is there gloating over him. Wow, what a picture. I'm never going to erase that from my brain. Fantastic match.
Yeah,
that's the end of NXT.
I'll tell you right now, that was the match of the weekend. It wasn't even.
You realize you've said that 3 times.
No, I've said I think it was going to be the match. I think, but this is definitely the match. Nothing. I'll tell you right now, nothing at SummerSlam, which we'll review shortly.
Yeah.
Really matched that.
Yeah.
So overall, amazing.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder where Johnny goes from here because it seems like his hatred has cost him everything.
Yeah, I think that what they'll do with Johnny Gargano is that they will give him some time off. They will give him a kayfabe injury, let him have a little bit of separation, which they need, and Ciampa needs a new opponent. I think that's the smartest move that they can do for him. But wow. Okay, so here's my thing. NXT TakeOver versus SummerSlam. We're not really going versus, but the way to write a really good wrestling show is that it shouldn't be over-bloated. There was only 5 matches in NXT TakeOver. Every single one was given a decent chunk of time. Every single one had really strong wrestling in it, which is why, for me, it was practically the perfect pay-per-view show. SummerSlam can't compete against that because it's such a different style. It's over-bloated. It has a 2-hour pre-show. It has so much more stuff that's jammed in there that you really don't care that much about.
Yep. So we'll just go. We're gonna go. Yeah.
Just wow, blown away by this event.
Yeah, good. In NXT, as usual, they put some of the best wrestling in the world.
Yeah.
So we open with SummerSlam with a kickoff show. We have Lana and Rusev in a meh match with Selena Vega, and we're not going to go too over notes of the pre-show because we want to get going.
To be honest, we kind of glossed over it because we had so much to cover.
Yep, but we did watch the matches. Rusev and Lana versus Selena Vega and Andre and Cien Almas. And Cien Almas and Selena Vega won after kind of a really weak roll-up, and that was it.
Yeah. Was really surprised Aiden English didn't really
Yeah,
get involved in
Aiden
this.
English didn't show up at all.
So that was very disappointing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just in general, very meh match. Mm-hmm. So you followed that up with Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. That was a better match. Drew kind of dominated for a long time, but in the end, Cedric just eked out a win. We like what Cedric's doing, but 205 Live, I just know if we're
we
gonna.
just don't have a lot invested in 205 Live. No offense to the 205 Live fans out there. Occasionally, we'll watch a match, but there's too much wrestling out there.
Yep. So we watched
we can only have so much time.
And then the Revival, this is the biggest disappointment for me over the weekend. Revival losing to the B Team with a little roll-up where Axel knocks into the other guy.
I don't even know. I don't know. I don't see terrible. I don't see it.
I don't get the B Team. I don't get the love of the B Team. I think Vince really likes the B Team, which is why they're getting this push. He must find them hilarious. A B Team, go, go, go. The shirts, I don't get it. I don't know if maybe you people can tell me out there why it's fun. It's not really fun to me. Mm-hmm. I wanted the Revival to win. They lost. I don't know where we go from here. Ugh. So, already, not the best pre-show.
Yep.
Not the best pre-show. But SummerSlam will open up with Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
Good
This was
start.
a very good match.
Yep. It started with a slow beginning.
First we got to talk about Seth coming out in that weird gear.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
With he had basically like this blue and gold outfit where he has just one gold leg, and he had this kind of headdress, not really headdress, like a shouldery cloak thing that he was wearing.
Yes.
I immediately thought he looks like Thanos, and then Corey Graves says Seth Rollins must be looking for the Infinity Gauntlet. And I'm like, oh, okay, good.
He's
so
supposed
I
to
was
be
picking
Thanos.
up on the same thing. He is supposed to be Thanos. Those who know me know that
Seth
I'm
Rollins.
a huge Thanos fan, so I approve of this Seth Rollins.
Yeah, well, as we've said before, this is kind of a Seth Rollins house that we live in.
Yeah.
We love Seth Rollins, so now knowing that he's a fan of Thanos, you've impressed Alex
Melting
even more.
my heart, Seth.
Yes. But he also had a gold boot, and as we know, wearing gold
usually
perhaps
means
you're going to win the belt.
You might win
But
the belt.
we'll see if that was true. So Rollins, the whole story of the match was Rollins' knee. His knee up to snuff, and Ziggler working the knee. So it like I said, it started kind of slow, but it definitely got more exciting as it ramped up.
Yeah. It was kind of a slog in the very beginning. Very, very slow. Dolph playing it really safe, going through a lot of rest holds and stuff. But, it started to get a little bit better. He was just working the knee, so, that's a heel thing to do. It takes time sometimes.
I like the arrogant stuff where he's wearing the icy belt on his trunks.
Yeah, I had never seen that done before. Apparently, Bobby, you told me.
Rick Rude.
Yeah, Rick Rude used to do that, although his looked like they weren't painted on.
Yeah, they were
it was actually like sewed on or something. I don't know.
But I still love it. Very cocky.
Very
cocky to do.
Yeah.
So then it gets crazy, and then we have a reverse Falcon Arrow from Seth Rollins. If I said the super kick was the spot of the weekend, this is probably number 2.
Oh, yeah.
A reverse Falcon Arrow. So he hits a reverse suplex.
Yeah, inverted suplex into a Falcon Arrow.
Wow. An inverted Falcon Arrow.
Yeah.
Inverted.
Yeah.
So, man, Seth Rollins, when you think he can't improvise anymore, he gives you that.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, earlier than that, also, Seth hit they're calling it the ripcord knee. Now, they've renamed that thing so many times, but this one did look actually really good.
So it's the ripcord knee? Is that what they're calling it?
That's what they're calling it.
It's not the knee slayer?
The knee slayer.
Or
I don't know.
Or the knee it down?
I like the you can't see knee.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
You can't see knee.
Yeah. That's my favorite name
there's
for that
so many,
thing.
and they can't...
They're not very consistent on what they call it.
Yeah, Seth's changed finishers more than, people change gimmicks.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Dolph also hit a really good DDT on the apron, where Seth went flat on his head. Man, it looked pretty gross.
Yep. So definitely the reverse Falcon Arrow woke the crowd up.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's lighting up at this point.
Yep.
And you just watch it and you're like, Seth's not in the main event.
Yeah.
Please.
Why is that?
That's got to change. So then they set up where Seth reverses, I forget what move it was, into the buckle bomb. Mm-hmm. And he's got him set up for that, but then Drew raises his ugly head Well, I don't know.
Not ugly.
Not an ugly.
Not ugly at all.
He's so ugly, that guy.
He's
that
a Scottish prince.
Oh, that Celtic handsome pirate prince he is.
Yeah.
Or from space. That
From space?
Is he? Maybe. And then Dean hits the DDT on Drew McIntyre, putting the space handsome pirate down for the count. And then Seth hits the burn it down stomp, Kirby stomp, whatever you want to call it these days. Like once I said, the finishers change. And Seth Rollins is your new Intercontinental Champion. Alex, what do you think of that?
There was no heel turn.
No.
I was surprised. I thought that Dean was going to go heel. I think they're saving that then.
Oh, they're going to drag that out.
Drag it out.
Maybe to Survivor Series, if not WrestleMania.
Oh my God, that would be so long.
That will be very long.
WrestleMania is like still almost a year away.
Maybe Survivor Series. That would make more sense.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. They love doing heel turns at Survivor Series ever since the Montreal.
Well, there was a heel turn tonight, just not that heel turn.
Yes. And
we're not even sure about that one.
We'll talk about that.
Is that the next thing? No, that's not next.
Then we had the Bellas show up.
Doing a shameless plug! Sounding very recorded. Wow, that was like... it was literally like they were reading cue cards. Yeah. It was bad.
And the crowd knew it. They
booed the crap out of them. Wow. Bellas are not popular in Brooklyn.
I'm not a big fan. So anyway, New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. I think you wanted to mention this, that there was an outfit change at the beginning by the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yes. Both of them had shredded pants this time. They were not wearing the cane red anymore. Now they were in like a brown camo gear.
So just after you mentioned that Rowan doesn't have shredded pants, he shredded his pants.
I know. I was surprised.
Are you watching? I think our show is being watched by Vince, perhaps. Maybe, because he had shredded pants now.
They also had new horned masks.
Oh, yeah. So
they look pretty good in those masks.
Yep.
I like them better. The sheep mask always looked kind of weird. It had like that weird pipe around the edge of it. But now with the horns, they look better.
Yeah, I maybe their outfits were too caney. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been 10 months since WrestleMania, and they are undefeated for 10 months, Michael Cole said.
Yeah, wow. 10 months undefeated. They won the belts in April. Like, wow. Ooh, that's a long time to go undefeated.
Yep. So the match was pretty good.
No.
Kind of sloppy stuff on the outside.
I actually disagree. I didn't think this match was that great.
Oh, I did say sloppy stuff on the outside by Xavier Woods. Usually he's crisper, but a lot of like weird spots that kind of looked botchy.
Yeah.
So that was stuff. But the carnage on the then they did some carnage on the outside that was good, where people just kept getting hit on the outside. Rowan flew onto somebody. Big E did his spear on the outside.
To me, I don't know, something was wrong about this match. The pacing felt uneven to me. There was a really long setup to do some spots, and then they landed them, and it was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I did write that there was uneven pacing.
And honestly,
as well.
I think the problem is Rowan. I don't think Rowan is very good.
Yeah, he kind of can't keep up with everyone else.
Yeah. It feels like everybody else is moving at a certain speed, and then they have to slow down because he can't keep up with them.
Yeah, he's bigger, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's like 300 pounds compared.
Well, I don't know. Big E's huge, and he keeps up.
Maybe, I don't know, but...
I don't know.
So then they had a nice spot by Xavier, and they set up Bludgeons hit the hammers on New Day. New Day wins by DQ. Thus giving Alex a win, which technically isn't a win because it was a disqualification.
Oh, whatever. I'm taking my cheap victory.
It was cheap, I say. Although it doesn't matter in the end because you'll see my predictions went south in other ways.
Yeah.
But this was just kind of the start of where I was unhappy.
Yeah.
Unhappy.
The big elbow to the outside did look really good that Xavier hit. That much I will say. That was probably my favorite.
It was a very carnagey match, but like you said, there was a lot of setup, setup, and long waits.
And then long waits to do it. So, I'm looking forward to better matches. I think that they have more in the tank.
Potential.
Let's see it go. I want to see a 5-time champions New Day.
Not gonna happen.
They're so hot right now. I love how they're frisbeeing their pancakes.
Yep.
Looks fun.
So now we had KO versus Braun, and the Money in the Bank is on the KO came out with Money in the Bank tights, which I thought was a good sign because Carmella had those last time she won Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So I was really excited for KO. Broad comes out and immediately goes at KO, just attacks him straight up, hits him, puts KO to the outside, and then does his nothing stops the brawn or not as he starts running around the corner and just doing that move he loves so to do.
Just to Kevin Owens.
And then, oh my God, that choke slam
on the ramp.
Ooh.
Oh my God, he bounced. He bounced off steel. It makes my stomach hurt.
KO is going to end up like just concussed when he stopped taking the bumps. KO.
Yeah, and then it was just
and then
one finisher,
and then we had a squash.
Yeah.
I wrote that was lame.
Yeah.
They've destroyed KO's character.
Kevin Owens, what is next for you? I just don't know. Maybe they gotta give him time off and wait until Sammy gets back and then bring them both back together.
This was so bad.
It was so bad. I mean, I won this prediction, but I wasn't very happy about the way that it went down.
Yeah, I as a Kevin Owens fan, I think this is atrocious.
Kevin Owens is very, very talented, and WWE, you're not treating him with the respect that he deserves.
I'm hoping this is one of those things where maybe they're making him do stuff like Baron Corbin losing to John Cena that will lead to bigger and better things. That's my hope.
Let's hope so.
I don't have a lot of hope for it.
Yeah.
But I would love to see that because, man,
this was a drag.
Depressing.
This was a drag.
This was very lame. So, out of all of the matches to squash, I do not agree with this. So then we had one of the bigger matches, I think, of the night that we were all excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte versus Carmella versus Becky. Triple threat for the Women's Championship. SmackDown. Charlotte came out in pink. Very Ric Flair looking.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. So Ric Flair always used the colors and the robes. Becky came out looking like a Celtic warrior. Carmella in the pink and black, which I think is a nod to Natty and to Jim Neidhart.
Honestly, all the girls were kind of in pink. Even Becky was kind of wearing like a purpley pink color. I have a feeling they've got to be doing that for Natalya,
which is very nice,
to support her, and she just lost her dad. So it was pretty touching.
Yep. And then we get from the announcers, 131 days. Carmella has been champion.
Oh, good Lord. That's a long time for this girl to have it.
All right, so there's a lot of tension to start the match. Carmella starts taunting, and they kind of just push her to the side. And then there was a lot of good catch-as-catch-can wrestling from Charlotte and Becky in the beginning.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. So, what else did I put? It's a solid match. The problem I had with it is every time things kind of got cooking between Becky and Charlotte, Carmella would come in and things would slowly crawl. Was it just me?
No, totally. Every time that she got in there, it was nothing but headlocks and wrist locks and... No, she did. I will give it to Carmella. She did do a suicide dive off the side. That looked really good.
It did. But once again, I just feel like man, she slows the pace of the matches.
Got to take a little bit more risks.
Yeah, or just I feel like she needs to just keep the pace with someone like that.
Yeah.
And it's just but
anyway.
We had a good dive. Charlotte then did a wacky moonsault.
Her twisting flip. I don't know what it is off the top. To the two girls, boy, that looks good every time she does it, so she got to keep on doing it.
Yep. And then Becky has Carmella almost set up in the armbar, kept putting her in the armbar. Crowd is going crazy at this point.
Yeah.
They were firmly behind Becky in New York.
Oh, yeah, really behind Becky Balboa, baby. Yeah.
Becky then has her finally in the armbar. Charlotte hits natural selection, 1, 2, 3, and the crowd was livid.
Yeah.
They were not happy. And I don't think it was a thing about disliking Charlotte. I think it's they're sick of Charlotte having the belt.
Everyone just wanted Becky to win so badly that Charlotte got boos because of it.
Yep, which I don't think they were expecting.
I do not think that the WWE head staff was expecting that to happen. Yep. So because it was like a reverse momentum sort of thing. Woo. Yeah, totally changed the segment that happened afterwards.
Yep. Because then Becky goes to hug her. They're doing the hug as your champion. And then Becky turns heel by attacking Charlotte violently. And the crowd erupted.
Yeah, crowd
They were happy about it.
This was possibly one of the biggest pops of the night.
Yeah.
They were thrilled to see Becky beat up Charlotte. Wow. And that's, not really what you wanted.
For a heel turn.
So, usually you want, the opposite reaction. You want boos.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna say I think this heel turn has to be handled very carefully.
This is gonna be a really tough heel turn.
It's got to be handled carefully. I think tomorrow night on Raw, I think Becky needs to come out and just insult the crowd, just lay into her fans.
Yeah.
If you want Becky to turn heel, it can't just be that I'm mad at Charlotte. It can't.
Yeah.
It will not be enough. I guarantee you. The fans love her. If her thing is, oh, I'm just mad at Charlotte, the fans are gonna be like, yeah, we agree. She's got to come out and she's got to give it to them.
Yeah, she's got to give straight fire to the audience.
Yep. So WWE, if they got to do this, they've got to make sure she goes bad.
If this reaction is such a departure from what the WWE was expecting, I could see them even reversing it. And maybe giving Charlotte now the heel instead of Becky. They could possibly write it that way. I don't know.
After years of them pushing Roman and never turning him heel and double downing and double downing and double downing on Roman Reigns, you think they're going to admit that they're wrong about Becky's heel turn?
There's always a sliver of hope. Right?
There's no hope.
Okay.
There's
fine.
no hope. Becky's a heel.
Well,
hey, for anybody who's hoping she's turning face, not happening.
All I have to say is Tuesday SmackDown will be interesting, and
Yeah,
I want to watch
Raw?
more.
I did
Yeah,
say
you said
Monday.
Monday Night Raw.
I'm sorry, I meant
Tuesday Night SmackDown.
So, once again, insult the fans.
Yeah.
So then we got AJ versus Joe, a little early on the card, I feel.
Yeah. I actually was very surprised by this. So everybody knows that, well, if you watched the last episode, I was very, very angry at how this feud was being treated. But I really feel like this segment kind of spun things around, and I'm much happier at the final result of this.
Yep. And so then, at this point is where I have started writing, wow, they're really going double downing on these giant graphics.
Yeah,
like
what's up with the
AJ
3D
Styles,
graphics?
and like where it's 3D. And for a while, I'm not going to admit, the first time I saw them, I thought they were in the arena as like those background things that they used to have in Backlash. And then I'm like, wait, no, WWE's too cheap to do those anymore.
That's just a 3D graphic that only we can see on the screen, and they're superimposing it on the crowd. I bet, you know what? It's better than words up on the screen as the wrestlers are talking.
Yeah, don't do that anymore.
Don't do that ever again.
Yep. So AJ, Joe comes out, immediately gets on the mic, talks about AJ's family. What a jerk.
Yeah.
Just doing that. They start off, and we immediately get chants of TNA at a WWE event. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
That was crazy. So, not the match I thought it was going to be.
No, Joe immediately, as you said, addressed AJ's wife and daughter, who they showed were in the audience together. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting that they're showing them there. That's probably going to come into play in the end, which it did.
I wrote there's a lot of striking in this match. There was not a lot of moves, wrestling moves. They kicked and punched and struck each other. Yeah. Very physical match.
It was slow, but it was still really engaging to watch because it felt like kind of a street fight without the weapons.
Yeah. And at one point, Joe had, he had AJ down, and he was, holding him, and, man, Joe is sweating. He sweats so much in the hot lights.
Poor guy.
I wrote, Joe's gonna sweat on you, should be his new chant. Because, man, he's a sweaty boy.
Yeah.
We love you, Joe, but, man, you need to see someone about that.
Yeah.
Then we had the moonsault from AJ into the reverse DDT. Love that. Anybody else, that would be a finisher.
Yeah, no, that not for AJ Styles. He's just one of the best in the business. So.
Yep. Then Joe hits a leg lariat from off the top. I thought that was cool.
And some fast power slams.
Oh, that torque on that power. I forgot about that move.
Yeah.
Wow, that torque on that power slam. He spinned him in less than a second.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yep.
Then we had a half a Styles clash on Samoa Joe that almost
50%
a little dangerous. Stop doing that move, AJ.
Yeah.
You were going to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Then you got the crusher.
Calf crusher, but then it got reversed into the coquina clutch, which I thought was very cool. But the leg went on the ropes, so he had to break it up.
Yep. Then led to the outside, and that's
a little bit of a brawl on the outside. AJ gets a bloody head from something, I don't know what, but it started to get real serious, and then
Joe crosses the line.
Joe stands up on the table and addresses AJ's wife and says something to akin to "I will be your new daddy." Burn!
How dare you?
Burn!
How dare? And AJ is like, you dare talk to my wife that way.
The crowd exploded.
And then he took off his glove and slapped Joe in the face and said, have at you, sir. And then they walked 30 paces from each other, and they fired pistols.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see that happening, but
No.
in my mind theater, that's
No,
great.
that would have been what happened. He just attacked Joe.
Yeah.
He rammed him through the wall.
Tackled him through a barricade.
Okay, but I thought he might
Yeah.
because it's getting very interesting that
Yeah.
way. Then AJ takes the chair and clobbers Joe with it. He's had enough of Joe's antics and gets disqualified.
Yeah.
Thus protecting Joe, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
Joe didn't eat the loss. And then AJ kind of makes sense because he's like, wow, you've gone past it by talking to my family this way. And
I really liked this finish. That's for sure.
Great
the whole
finish.
match was good, and then the finish was even better. So, you know what? Reading the letter was a terrible idea, but this match was not a terrible idea.
Yeah. And then AJ, great, goes out with his wife, hugs her, comforts his daughter, and walks out through the crowd with his family.
Yeah.
What a babyface move.
Yeah.
Great move.
And his poor little daughter was going, Daddy, your face is bleeding.
Oh, that was
like,
heart-wrenching. I was like,
tears.
man, you want to get me to love AJ as a dad in a face?
Yeah.
That was a good way.
to do it.
I don't know if that daughter planned that line, but man, it was great.
She definitely did.
And it was, I was like, man, I'm on board now. I want AJ to beat up Joe now.
Yeah.
That was not right, Joe. You don't talk to a man's family that way. Watching you, Joe. You're not like Ciampa, but you're getting there. So he did that. So ended in a DQ. Elias, I'm just gonna go meh. Okay, he broke his guitar.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Got a you effed up chant.
I don't know.
I don't know where they were going with this.
Yeah, it was boring. Then Miz and Daniel O'Brien come out. Mixed crowd for both guys, I think. And
yeah, both of them were getting cheers, so it was kind of weird.
And then Daniel was kind of not trying to get Miz to not use his moves anymore.
Yeah.
That was he kind of. Then at one point he had him in the surfboard. Daniel Bryan had Miz had Daniel in the surf. No, Miz had Daniel Bryan in the surfboard, and Daniel just powers out of it and then puts him in the surfboard. Good stuff. Close it.
Daniel Bryan's chops were just lethal. You can see Miz's chest just getting red and raw throughout the night. Whoo, man.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of punishment there, Miz.
I'm going to say two things about this match. One, the crowd seemed really tired at this point.
Yeah.
I
think that was mostly because the AJ and Samoa Joe match was so good that they were just like... Ugh.
And the women's match. I think it kind of wore out the crowd.
Yeah.
And they seemed tired for this. They were not really into it, which is disappointing because the build was great.
Yes.
But I can't blame them. I thought the problem I think with this was there was too much back and forth.
Yeah, the way that they seemingly wrote the match was Miz does his stolen Daniel Bryan moves to Daniel Bryan, then Daniel Bryan does the same moves to the Miz.
And that's boring.
Which is kind of a boring way to write it. Maybe it's Daniel Bryan, the story is Daniel Bryan's taking back his moves, but at the same time it's like, we just saw that.
Yeah, it was... I would think the match would have been better paced if Miz just dominated until Bryan just fired it up at the end.
That's really what I wanted to see. Yep.
And I think that was the problem. It was too much back and forth. Then Daniel hurts his leg by trying to give Miz a kick on the post. Miz tries making Daniel tap, which I thought was a nice touch of, ooh,
I like that.
That would be insulting if Miz made Daniel tap.
Yeah.
So it goes back and forth. Then Daniel starts beating on the Miz. And then Miz goes to the outside, sees Maurice there, which we saw at the beginning of the match with her baby. With her little baby.
I don't know. There was a bassinet there, but
we
never saw a baby.
You never know with WWE. Could be one of those babies.
Fake
babies. Yes,
okay.
That's right. And
didn't know that was a thing.
She very subtly, I didn't even notice it that she did it first time.
I did.
She very subtly hands him brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Miz comes in, then very obviously that point puts them on, hits Daniel with a brass knuckles as he's going for one of his dives.
Yeah.
Rolls him in the ring. 1, 2, 3, as we predicted. Miz wins.
And it was a great sell by Corey Graves on the announce team, who says, well, there was a glare on my monitor. I didn't see that there was any weapon there. No. This is a completely legit win.
In my
like,
monitor.
Really?
Wow.
Glare on the monitor, huh?
Man,
great, fantastic.
Bobby Heenan reborn. In Corey Graves, you're a national treasure.
I will say one thing about the Miz. He needs a new finisher. Skull Crushing Finale should be his signature move because he needs to do it like 4 times in order for it to be a finisher.
Yep. But
he never wins with one Skull Crushing Finale, and that's just
I will say
something better.
I was super excited for this match, and I feel like it didn't live up to the hype.
Well, that's why they're going to do more than one.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's already on another card, actually.
Yeah, but not what I thought it would be.
Yeah, not what I thought it was going to be either.
They are who we thought they were. And then we had
Probably, I think, one of the bigger surprises of the night is Baron Corbin, our constable that we love, came out and then unjustly had to face not Finn Balor, but
the Demon.
The Demon Finn Balor comes out, which was unexpected. I don't think anyone predicted that.
Nobody predicted that.
I mean, like, honestly, we really didn't think, like, I think this was overkill to bring out the Demon to beat Baron Corbin.
it really is overkill, but it's been over a year since we've seen the Demon.
Really?
So, yeah. So
That's
I was,
wow.
very, very happy to see Demon.
And pretty much Balor squashes him. Squashity, squash.
His paint looked awesome. I love that he has the black face paint all the way to his ears, because Finn's ears are kind of weird looking.
Maybe is he?
I know that's a weird thing to say.
Is he an elf?
Possibly. No,
half orc.
I'm thinking more like goblin-y.
Goblin-y. Wow.
Goblin-y ears.
How can you say that about Finn Balor?
I'm sorry.
He's a gorgeous man.
No,
Have you seen his abs?
His abs are just
no
probably
goblin has abs like that.
It's a goblin that works out, okay?
That's no goblin I know. So Finn Balor squashed. Like, did Baron get any offense?
No.
None. And the fans are so happy to see the Demon. They didn't care it was a squash match. They loved it. I loved it. Everyone loved it. Baron Corbin did not. But hey, he's been having a good week. Yeah. He can take a loss. Yeah. He can eat it. He ate the loss. Then you had...
And then Coach says, why doesn't Finn do this more?
Because that's part of the script, Coach. We can't bring him out every time.
Why doesn't he just wear this paint all the time?
And then he wins.
Every time.
Wow. Yeah. That's kayfabe, dude. You can't do that.
Good job, Coach.
That's like saying, why doesn't every heel get DQ'd at the beginning of a match? Why don't they just attack with a chair every time?
Shut up,
Cole or Coach. Oh Lord. So anyway, then we got Shinsuke versus Jeff, which was probably the most forgettable match of the night.
Yeah. I don't have very many notes at all, and it's not because it was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
There was just really, like, a par for the course match.
Yeah, and they felt like they didn't have anything. So Shinsuke, I will say, in the beginning, Shinsuke starts mocking Jeff, which is great because Shinsuke does it. Then Jeff mocks Shinsuke, and Shinsuke cries.
Looks so sad.
He looks so sad.
He looked like,
those are my
how
taunts.
dare you taunt me? Oh, that upsets me so much.
Yeah, and good for Jeff Hardy because he wasted stored finishers to use the other guy's taunts. Yeah. Which, as you know from WrestleMania 2000 or No Mercy, they uses the finisher to use their taunts. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he had full power, full bars. Full bars. That's Jeff Hardy. He started match with full bars.
Well, that's why he lost.
Yeah, maybe he used it to taunt. He wasted it. You can't waste finishers on taunts, man. Oh, anyway, so Shinsuke cries when Jeff uses his taunt, and then Nakamura is just so cool. Why are we supposed to be booing Nakamura?
I don't know.
I love, as you can see, I'm a big Nakamura fan. I don't get why we're supposed to boo him.
He can do no wrong, really. As long as he's on screen, I'm somewhat entertained.
Yep. And then Jeff hits a sling blade, and I wrote down, is the sling blade the new DDT?
Yeah, basically.
Because everyone's
using that.
Oh, man.
That and the Blockbuster, which in and of itself is kind of a sling blade. Just
what is it?
Off the top.
What do we have? Jeff does it. Seth does it.
Everybody does it.
Finn does it. Just seriously,
guys in NXT
throw a clothesline or a forearm or a European or drop kicks. Mm-hmm. Not enough drop kicks being thrown around. I feel, at least lately. And so,
Jeff does a bunch of his stuff. He does the Twist of Fate, and then he does the Swanton Bomb.
Shinsuke gets the ropes.
Shinsuke gets the ropes. Jeff gets cocky, stands on the top rope, decides to do the Swanton on the apron.
Once again.
Is not a good idea, because that will really hurt if you miss, which he did.
And then Shinsuke beat him. I wrote down that it was Jeff's extreme ways cost him again. Yep. Because his extreme, it's either win or loss when he hits those. Yeah. So he missed. Shinsuke hit him with the Kinshasa. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton came out. I guess not under investigation anymore, Randy Orton, came out, acted like he was going to attack Jeff, and then didn't, which was weird.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, hey, what's going on?
Is he?
Okay, that's it. See ya.
Do you think they're still looking into it? Is that why they didn't have him attack Jeff?
I don't know.
They didn't want him to touch Jeff with his hands, maybe?
That's
I don't
stupid.
know. For anybody who's looked up the dirt sheets, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he didn't want to. Maybe he thought Jeff was big leaguing him. Maybe.
I don't want to get into that.
All right, we're not going to get into that.
Not going to get into that.
You can look it up on the dirt sheets about what's going
you
on.
want to know what Randy Orton did?
Up.
It is unspeakable. It cannot be said on this PG-rated show.
Unseemly.
Yeah.
Unseemly. So then we got Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. I was so excited for this match.
I was very excited for this match.
And then Ronda came out with the dumbest makeup ever. That was bad.
She looked like an electrocuted raccoon.
Oh, it was bad.
It was horrible. Who decided to do that to her?
Yeah.
She just looked awful.
Yeah, it doesn't make her more A, pretty, or B, intimidating.
No.
It did neither.
It was awful.
Yeah, just don't do that.
And her hair was also kind of weird, but I can accept the hair being weird. She's got these weird braids that are kind of just like enigmatic braids, I guess. But boy, that makeup, woof, it was bad.
All right, so and then she just pretty much beat up Alexa.
Devastated Alexa Bliss. Wow, I wasn't expecting this to be a squash match.
Oh, she
wow, it was
squashed her.
really a squash match.
So then Ronda gets her. I'll just go. She just squashed her. Armbar. We have a new champion, and the crowd goes ballistic.
Yeah.
Ronda is adorable.
Yeah.
She hugs Natty, which was good to see you, Natty. All our love out there for you, and we hope everything's going great. It was good to see her there after the tragedy with her father passing away, and I was surprised she was there.
I can't believe that she was there.
But good for you, Natty.
It was really nice to see them together.
And, her hugging her.
Yeah.
She hugged her. Then the Bellas came in and got booed.
Oh, yeah. You can very clear, Brooklyn is not the place to be for the Bellas.
Oh,
wow,
okay.
As soon as they put their hands up with Ronda, everyone's like, brrr.
Well, because they know it. They know they're just there to be there. Whereas Natty is, genuinely Ronda's friend. And everybody knows what's going on with her. So that's genuine compassion where it's like, the Bellas, why are you? You're there for publicity.
Yeah.
We know. See, the fans aren't as dumb as WWE likes to think they can be.
Mm-hmm.
We know publicity stunts when we see them.
Yep.
So don't do that anymore. Stop with publicity stunts that, ugh. She came out, kissed her husband, which I thought was adorable.
Yeah, like that.
And then thanks.
Seemed very genuine. Everything seemed genuine about her delight in winning, so it was refreshing.
Yep, and then she thanked Roddy Piper several times.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You could see it on her lips, so she was thanking Roddy, and just, man, she's so likable.
Yeah.
Why are you that likable? I don't get it.
I don't know, but I like her.
Yep, and so do I. So Ronda, all the love. It's great to see you. She's going to highlight Evolution.
Thrilled, yeah.
It's going to be great.
Very happy that Alexa Bliss does not have the belt anymore. I like Alexa, but I'm done with her. So, although it seems like everybody forgets that she has that dislocated arm trick.
Yeah.
She definitely pulled that out again.
Good work.
And I was like, man, it looks really nasty. Everybody knows that she can do that, right?
So,
whatever. It was good.
I hope you're right. Shayna Baszler versus her. That would be a great main event for Evolution. That would be
that would be such a good match.
Oh yeah, and her. I want to see it for Evolution.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Ronda versus Shayna, or just Ronda versus a great opponent, highlighting the women's division. I cannot wait for Evolution.
Yeah.
Mae Young Classic at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I know the spoilers are already out there. We're not gonna look at them,
no.
so because we're gonna go into it fresh, and we're gonna watch it August 29th. We'll have a review of that, but we're looking forward to the Mae Young Classic as well.
Yes.
Great time to be a women's wrestling fan.
That's true.
Yep. Then we had it.
Main event.
Here we go.
Here we are.
Here we go. Here we go.
Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Okay, so it comes out, Roman. The
Big CG dog. Big CG
Big
dog.
CGD dog.
Yeah.
It's his yard.
And
Don't you know that?
That's the way to save money on decor, WWE.
Yeah, I like that.
They found it.
Yep.
CG and no pyro.
CG,
Yeah.
no pyro. Big dog. Big dog. So
yeah.
the boosts start raining down.
And then suddenly they go...
So you think
can't hear it anymore.
Alex thinks they turned off the mics.
I'm pretty sure they turned off the mics on the audience because there were at first boos and then they kind of got a little silent.
Yep.
I was like, is are people apathetic? And then I looked to the spanning of the crowd. I'm like, no, people are still booing. Oh, well, they've turned them off. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's what Alex thinks. They turned off the mics.
Yeah.
Then Brock comes out, does this little flam Brock thing, which he literally says flam. And then doesn't get pyro. It looks so bad.
It looks really bad.
I'm Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Certain entrances need pyro. I'm
Just
sorry.
pony up. Just give us one pyro for the
It's
night.
your main event.
It's the main event.
Seriously, when it goes blah, it's just... Someone call me Tim! No, it doesn't work. Alright, so here we go. Defending. And then I love how Paul Heyman started yelling, defending. You know what, Paul? You can say it a million times. It doesn't make it true. We know the difference.
Yeah.
It was great. So
I don't buy it, but it made Paul Heyman more annoying.
And
so
then
there you
we're
go.
setting up for the match. We think what's going to happen. And then...
Oh, the monster himself comes out and says, you guys can fight whatever you want. I'm going to be here. I'm going to wait here on the side of the ring and wait to challenge whichever one of you wins immediately. The crowd erupts and get these hands.
They are
jammed.
so excited, and
Wow.
oh man, are they gonna be disappointed?
Yeah.
Because they started up, and I wrote, oh man, is this a cheap way for Brock not to eat a pin?
Yeah, I was really scared about that,
He's gonna
too.
beat Roman,
Yeah.
or like somebody, it's gonna end up with Brock
Yeah.
eating a pin.
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be a triple threat, but then he said that, so I'm like, okay, Brock's going to have to eat a
Yep,
pin,
yep.
because the way they set it up.
Started off real high octane, 3 Superman punches immediately. Then,
And I'm not gonna lie, I was excited. I was like, eat it, Brock.
Yeah.
We're so done with you.
Yeah, WWE Universe, I think in general, was really happy to see Brock getting some just rewards, even if it is the hated Roman Reigns who's doing it.
Yeah, so he hit a spear.
Three spears, three
Then we get
Superman
an
punches.
a-hole chant. I didn't know who it was for.
Oh, it was definitely for Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
And I think that it
That's-
started because
Ugh.
he crawled over and took off his gloves. And then everybody started the a-hole chant, and I'm like, I think it's because they're afraid that he's just going to use his knuckles to bloody Roman Reigns, like that happened.
Just mean.
Because that happened in WrestleMania, and then it happened the year prior. It happened to Randy Orton.
Okay.
So people didn't want to see that happening again.
Yep. So then Brock goes to the outs. Then Brock does more damage to Roman. We get a "You both suck" chant from the
Yeah.
crowd.
Whew.
Oh, and it was loud. That chant was loud.
Very loud,
Ooh.
definitive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But then they fight on the outside. Roman leaps to the outside, misses, hits Braun. Mm-hmm. Brock goes to the outside, decimates Braun, throws the briefcase,
Yeah, really far up the ramp.
beats Braun with the chair, taking Braun out of the equation.
Yeah, he gives him a big F5, which did look really good.
So now you have, it's just Braun and Roman.
Yep.
Because Brock has been, the briefcase has been sent away. He can't cash it if it's far away.
Yeah.
He's been hit with chairs at 5. He's down. So then Brock grabs the chair like, I'm going to decimate Roman or I'm going to get myself DQ'd and reign forever. But then Roman hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. The reign of terror ends. Brock Lesnar is no longer your Universal Champion. Roman Reigns wins.
Yep. The reign of terror begins. The reign of Reigns begins. I mean, this you can't deny that this main event was very well booked.
Oh yeah, I wrote down.
Very well
I
done.
wrote down. Vince McMahon is brilliant. You know why?
In this moment.
Do you know why? Because he basically booked Braun into this match to distract you from Roman Reigns winning the title.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew that the fans were not happy with either of these men. They got a both you both suck chant.
Yeah.
So that tells you they're not really pleased with either of these guys. The fans were going to poo-poo all over this match. They were going to not be happy with this match and just do, who knows, they were worried about beach balls, all this stuff. What a brilliant move by Vince to bring out Braun, get the crowd thinking there's going to be some sort of excitement tonight, which the crowd did. They popped big for Braun, and then end with Roman Reigns. Man, that crowd must have been deflated when they realized no cash in.
That's why they cut away so
Oh,
quickly.
they
like
cut-
Roman just kind of
Spear.
does the coronation, is like does one little raise of the hands, and then you see the credits at the bottom, and you're like, oh, there really isn't going to be a cash in. Oh, okay, and then psh, that's it.
Yeah.
Time
That
to go home,
brilliant.
people.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody was booing really loudly afterwards, but we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it's done is done.
Like I said, it was really well booked. I'm so happy that there's no more Brock Lesnar
Oh yeah,
momentarily. So
Roman Reigns. He's going to
Roman
defend
Reigns,
the
that's
title.
fine.
So
That's
overall, a fun wrestling weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely match of the weekend: Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano.
To me,
again.
was honestly, now that we've done this full review and we've really talked about it, yeah, they definitely had the best match.
Yeah, NXT Takeover was
Takeover
great.
was so good.
I'd say I'd say I felt like SummerSlam was building to better things. Like Miz and Daniel Bryan, AJ and
Yeah.
Joe are all building
It's
to
a lot
matches.
of feuds that are at the beginning
Yeah.
phases.
Not a lot of finishes to these matches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's general. We're gonna see you tomorrow for Raw. It should be interesting to see what happens.
And you get to tune in and watch Bobby eat some hot sauce. Ding! I'm excited.
Anyway, so not looking forward to that. So I'll be having hot sauce tomorrow for Raw. Should be interesting, and then doing my review with this lady.
That's
but
right.
this has been fun. We'll just end it on that high note. If you want to see us, we are on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. You can find us on all three of those. We're searchable on YouTube now, which is great.
Yay!
You can, and if you want to listen to us via the radio or just listen to us, you can download the podcast app and listen to us there. We're going to be on Stitcher shortly. I set that up as well. iTunes, we're still having issues with them. I'm not sure if we're going to work with them because their customer service has been pretty poor, let me tell you, and it's hard getting stuff done. Hopefully I will be on Google Play as well. We'll both be on Google Play as well shortly. But that's it for now. We're on CastBox, soon to be on Stitcher, and we're on pretty much visual media everywhere. So
right.
if you see us there, subscribe to us. Please help us out. We're in our beginning stages. Like, share, and please subscribe, especially on YouTube channel.
Tell anyone who likes wrestling.
Yeah, that
Listen
we're
to
on
us.
YouTube, and subscribe. Hit that little notifications bell when we have new videos. So that would help us out greatly as we are just starting out. Please do so. All right, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Wrestle Life.